Hey there friends, thanks for checking in. We see time and time again the people who make goals, they never quite achieve those goals, and one of the main reasons is because they put a limit onto their own capabilities. Quick story for you. A while back there was a young man named Ben. Ben was about 13 years old and he was a retarded kid, and I say that in a medical sense of the word, not in slang, which I find very disrespectful. But he was a retarded kid. He saw that I could do quite a few chin-ups, and he wanted to show me that he could do chin-ups as well. So I said, okay, let's go. We went over to the chin-up bar, and Ben started doing these chin-ups. And he just kept going, and all he kept saying was, how am I doing? Am I doing okay? Am I doing okay? And I said, yeah, Ben, you're doing great. And he kept going, and he got over 20. And then he was in the upper 20s and over 30s, and eventually I pulled him down off the bar. At no point did his mind ever tell him that he couldn't accomplish many chin-ups. The only thing he wanted to do was prove to me that he could do it. See, we get so caught up into convincing ourselves that we can't do it based on a past experience, based on what somebody else can and cannot do, based on what somebody may have told us. And that's the exact opposite of what we should be doing. We should start believing in ourselves, stop making excuses, and accomplish our goals by taking the limits off of what we can do. I study successful people. I read articles, I watch videos, I just like that. And there are 4 characteristic traits that successful people do. The first one, actually there are many, but I narrowed it down to 4. Take responsibility. They take it upon themselves to reach their goals, nobody else. Secondly, they work very hard to achieve their goals. They understand that this is not going to be easy. This is going to take some effort. You may take a couple off the chin. You may get a little bruised and bloody along the way, but ultimately you're going to get there. Thirdly, they're willing to learn. As they go through their path, they may have to alter their path. They may have to change their path. They may have to back up a step to go 3 steps forward, but they're going to learn and they're going to find the best way to do it. And fourth, and most important, they never quit. They never, ever, ever quit. And that part is absolutely huge. You know, I've always said, if I'm going to make a goal and I'm at point A, I'm getting to point B. If point B is my goal, that's where I'm going. And it's not going to be easy. And like I said, you're going to take a few lumps, but eventually you're going to get there. And I believe to get to point B, you have to take the limits off, stop listening to negative people, stop listening to people who have failed, stop listening to other people's experiences, and start believing in yourself. Because I believe there is nothing that you cannot have if you put your mind to it. You can have anything you want, but you can't have everything you want. So choose your goals wisely and work to get there. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and share. I always appreciate the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, and you guys be safe.